So hey guys, my name is Harshwin, and today we are going to look in the assignment that we wanted to just go with, okay, in the course. So basically, the assignment is you have to solve the Portswigger labs, okay, for web application penetration testing. As because like in the web scenario, in the web, like that is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, we are having a major part that is penetration testing, okay. And in that particular scenario, you have to, if you wanted to practice about that particular penetration testing part. So what you can do, you can just simply take the help from the Portswigger lab. Okay. So for accessing the Portswigger labs, what you have to do, you have to simply go with the Portswigger website. So over here, I'm writing out portswigger.net. And you can notice over here, like we are having the Portswigger net website. Over here, we are having the My Account. So first of all, you have to register on this particular website. Like how you have wanted to register, how you can register. So basically, just go with the My Account part. Okay, I'm already logged in over in the account, but what I'm going to do, basically, I'm just logging out from this account. And what you have to do, you have to simply go with the create account part. When you're just clicking on the create accounts, it will ask you your email address. Okay, over here, you have to mention your email address and it will send you a link, okay, on your email address, registered email address. From there, you have what you have to do, you have to click on the link. And once you click on the link on the receive your email, over there it will ask you your name. Okay, so mention your name over there and it will prompt your password, but it will just give you a password. Okay, the strong password it will give you, so just save that password in somewhere else. Okay, suppose I'm saving that password in my notepad file and saving it in my system. Okay, so what that password is for, so basically when you're just logging into the account, so you have to put your email address over here and that password that you just prompt at the starting of the registration. Okay, so basically, while you are just doing that, so basically just click on the login and it will just prompt you a page. Okay, it will just redirect you on the Portswigger main website. Okay, Portswigger interface. Okay, so let me just put my email address and all. So basically, once you're logged into the account, so it will redirect you on this particular interface. Over here, what you can see, you are having the personal details, you are having the certification, you are having the subscription, and you are having the order history. So now, suppose if you are just ordering Fort Seeger tool, that is Burp Street professional version, so it will show you up here. Okay. I'll tell you about the Burp Street tool, what is it and how you can use it. But before that, what I wanted to like show you. So basically, there is the academy part. Okay. So after logging into this Portugal lab, what you have to do, you have to just click on the academy part, and over here you can notice like we are having the learning progress. Okay. Over here, like what is mentioned, like what are the labs you have solved, on which topics you have completed, and many much things like about your progress. Okay, so what you can do, you can like it is mentioned over here, like there is a 59 labs as the easy level. Okay, that is upper intense. After that, we are having the 171 labs, which is medium level labs. Okay, and we are having the 39 labs, that is expert level lab. Okay, so you have to solve all of this lab for completing the assignment. But there will be sorry, so but there will be some labs in which we wanted to have a professional version of the Bubsy tool. Okay, so you can leave those labs as because like those labs need a professional version for the tool, but it will be like you can say very much costly. So I'll recommend you to just for the practice purpose, what you can do, you can simply go with the Burpsuite Community Edition. Okay, and I'll tell you like how you can download it, how you can just go with that tool, and how you can just start with the Bubsy tool. So let it be, but right now, but I have to show you about the Portswigger labs. So over here, what you can notice, like we are having the view all labs, vulnerability labs we are having. Okay, so what you have to just click on the view all labs. After that, we are having the lab section. Okay, over here you can notice like we are having multiple topics over here, right? And you can just select any of the topic to start the practice. Okay, but in the starting scenario, it is showing that SQL injection is the first lab that you wanted to solve. And like in the SQL injection, we are having multiple labs. Like it is mentioned like I guess 18 labs. I guess it will be, but I don't know like how many labs are there. So basically you have to solve all of the labs. Okay, we are having the practitioner, that is medium level, and we are having also apprentice that you can solve. Okay, after that we are having multiple topics. So suppose if you wanted to solve the clickjacking vulnerability lab, so what you can do, you have to just click on this and you will be redirected to the clickjacking labs. Okay, so you can solve, like you can just simply go to solve these kinds of labs. But before solving the last, what I'm recommending you, you can just simply go with the all content that is mentioned over here. After that, we have to go with the all topics. After that, what you can do, you can just simply go with the line wise topics. Okay, so over here it is mentioned like server side topics. After that, we are having the client side topics. After that, we are having the advanced topics. Okay. Also, we are having some mysterious lab. Okay. So, if you want, if you already solved the labs, if you already having the experience, so what you can do for the practice purpose, you can simply go with the mysterious lab. Okay. So in the mystery lab, we are having a level that you can set over here, like it is apprentice, it is practitioner, and it is expert. And you can simply go with the any as well if you wanted to practice blindly. Okay. And also in the category part, what you can mention, you can just simply mention any lab that you wanted to solve. Okay. But right now I'm mentioning any lab over here. Okay. And challenge me. So you can easily start the lab as like suppose if you are having already experience in this particular section, if you're already having in this field, like experience in this field. So what you can do, you can just simply upscale your level. Okay. By solving these practitioner lab, these mysterious lab. But right now, as a starting point, what you can do, you can just simply go with the all topics. After that, you can just simply go with the SQL injection. That is the first topic that you want that you can select. So after selecting the SQL injection, so it will show you a kind of an article that you can read out. Okay, and it will give you a basic and the advanced knowledge about the SQL injection vulnerability. After that, we are having a multiple like theoretical part over here, and you can also start with a video like what is SQL injection and what are the basics and like many much things about the SQL injection vulnerability. After that, what we are having the article about like how you can just solve the like how you can just go with the SQL injection. What is the SQL injection? What are the vulnerability? What is like how you can exploit the vulnerability? So many much things are written over here. And for the and for the like your kind information, but what I am mentioning you. So basically, for the SQL injection, you don't need the advanced knowledge about the SQL database and all, SQL programming language and all. That is structured query language. Okay, but you have to know about the basic language about the SQL for like better knowledge about SQL injection vulnerability. Okay, so over here, like what you can do, you can just simply go with the each of the single line. Okay, and here we are having the hyperlinks as well. Okay, so what you can do, you can just simply go with the hyperlinks as well. If you wanted to know about more about the retrieving hidden data, that is the type of the SQL injection. Okay, so basically you can just simply go with these hyperlinks as well. And now, suppose if you just read out each and everything. Okay, now what you can do, you can simply go with the lab. Okay, over here it is mentioned the first lab that you can solve. So just click on this particular lab. After that, we are having this lab, and what you can do, like it is mentioned over here, like what the lab is about. Okay, but what are the lab and what is the basic question you are having right now? Okay, so basically you have to just go with the question. You have to just go with the description, like what is the lab is asking about and what you have to solve. After just reading out each and everything, what you can do, you can just simply access the lab. So I'm just accessing the lab. And after accessing the lab, it will show you this kind of a website. Okay. So over here, you have to practice. Okay. So this is a description that you wanted to do in this particular lab. Okay. So that is the first thing. Now, suppose if you are stuck somewhere and if you don't know about like what you have to solve, what you have to start, so what you can do, you can just simply go with the solution as well. Okay. So over here it is a solution in the theoretical part, like in the written part that you can see over here. So basically now suppose if you are not getting out like what is written over here, like how you have to solve it. So what you can do, you can simply go with the community solutions as well as because it is mentioned the videos. Okay. So it is mentioned like many much videos. Okay. So each of the videos showing you a different kind of a thing. Okay. How you can solve this lab. But I'm personally recommending you to just go with the Rana Khalil videos. That's because it will she will show you many like a better way of doing this solve this lab. Okay, so I'm not going with the video right now. Basically, what I have to show you that this is a lab and this is a description. So you have to practice on these kinds of labs. Okay, each lab is going to show you this kind of a website. Okay, where you have to practice that particular question and particular description that you wanted to have that you wanted to practice that vulnerability. So now, like, I guess this is a proper assignment that you have to solve. But before that, like, I wanted to show you something. Like, you have to download a tool that is Burp Suite Community Edition. Okay, this Portswigger Portswigger company, they offers you a tool that is Burp Suite tool. Okay, and for the Burp Suite tool, we are having two types of version. That is Community Edition, and the second one is Professional one. Professional one is a paid version, so I'm not recommending you in the starting point that you want that you have to select the professional one and you have to pay for that. What you can do, you can just simply go with the Burp State Community Edition. So what you have to do, you have to just simply go with the tab Burp State Community Edition download. And after that, just click on the first link that you have seen over here. After that, it is showing you Burp State Community Edition download. So what you have to do, you have to just simply go with the download. After that, it is showing you a version that, like, it is showing you the system that you can select for. Okay, so suppose if I'm using the Linux, so it is showing you Linux. And there's a note that I wanted to mention for you. So basically, in the Linux machine, in the Kali Linux machine, if you are having already, okay, in the Oracle VirtualBox, so what you in the Linux machine, it is already downloaded in that particular machine. Okay, it is by default. So you don't have to download for the Kali Linux machine this particular tool. In my Windows, like I'm not having this tool, so what I can do, I can just simply go with the Windows 64. After that, I'm just going with the download button. So it is mentioned like Bubsuite Professional you have to download it, or like you have to download the Bubsuite Community Edition. But I'm just going with the Community Edition as the free version. Just click on the download button. So it will directly start your downloading. Okay. Right now I'm already having this tool, so I'm canceling this out. And what I have to do, I have to just simply install this tool. Okay. And it is a simple process for installing. Okay. After installing, just click on the Bubsuite Community Edition. After that, it will show you this kind of a prompt. Okay, so basically, new project on this is for the professional versions. Okay, and open existing project is also for the like professional version. As because like in the professional version, you can save the file that you are doing. Suppose if I am just penetration testing on a particular product or a website. Okay, so I can save that particular project in my system. Okay, but as a community edition, as a free version, I'm not having that particular functionality over here. So I'm just going with a temporary project in memory. So just click on the next. Use burp defaults as because I wanted to start with the burps by default settings. I'm not having any configuration file right now, so I'm not going with that. So what I'm going to do, so basically use burp defaults, start burp. After starting the burp, you will be having this application. Okay. After that, what you can do, you like it is shown over here. Like there are many extensions over here, right? So you can just go with any of the extensions. Okay, these are the extensions that you can use to do the penetration testing. Okay, on a particular website. Like these all extensions are having a different kind of functionality. So right now, what I can do, I can just simply go with the proxy part as because like I wanted to intercept the request, and this proxy part is generally for intercepting the request for the web application to the server. Now, suppose if I'm having a web application and I wanted to intercept the request and I wanted to check like what is going on from the request and what is receiving by the like server. Okay. So all of those things, what I can do, I can just simply go with the proxy. Over here, it is mentioned like proxy settings, right? Now in the proxy settings, what you can do, you can just simply add your things over here. Like what if you wanted to select an interface, like suppose if I wanted to intercept the request on particular website or on a particular IP address. So I can just mention over here. I wanted to also mention over here like my port on which I'm just going to intercept the request. Over here, it is mentioned like request interception rule. So suppose if you are having already a target, okay, if you wanted to select a particular target, particular URL on which you are going to do the penetration testing, so you can just go select the URL. But right now, I'm not having any URL right now. So what I can do, I can just simply go with the OR request and the OR HTTP methods. Also over here, if you wanted to intercept the responses as well, so what you can do, you can also select this intercept response based on the following rules. So over here, it is also mentioned like or, and, right? But I'm not going for the target scope. So I'm just unchecking it. I'm also not going with the does not match functionality as because like I don't want to intercept the request that is mentioning like 304 and all. What I have to do, basically all the request that is coming, that is all the response that is coming from the server side, I wanted to intercept all of them. So what I can do, I can just simply uncheck it and I can just go with these three only. So now, like what you have to do, you have to just go with the open browser from here. Okay, you can choose browser from the Burpsuite tool as well, and you can select your own browser that is already installed in your system. But for that, you have to make the settings in your browser to intercept the request in the tool. So for that, what you have to do, you have to set settings in your like you have to do the settings in your browser. You have to mention the proxy server that we already seen over here, right? Like in the proxy settings. So you have to mention these IP address and this port number over the settings. Okay. So for that, I'm having already a particular video for that. So I'm not mentioning out like how you can do it. So you can just check out that video, like how you can intercept the request from your own browser. But right now, what I'm recommending you, you can just simply go with the browser for this particular tool. Okay. So over here, it is already settings are mentioned for this tool. So right now, suppose if I'm just going with the Portswigger over here, portswigger.net. Okay. After that, I'm having my account, which I'm already logged in into my account. Okay. Now I'm just going with the academy part. The simple that same process that I just showed you 5 minutes ago. All the topics. After that, I'm just going with the SQL injection. After that, what I have to do, I have to just simply go with the article and then I'm just going with the lab. After that, when I'm just going with the lab, so it will show you the question and the description about the lab. From here, you can just access the lab, and I'm personally recommending you if you wanted to solve the lab, so you can just simply go like this process. Okay, just don't go with the like if you wanted to go, you can, but if you are not like into doing the minimalist things in the accessing the lab, and you wanted to practice about the on the board on the Burp Suite tool, so what you can do, you can just simply go with the browser of the Burp Suite only. Okay, so this is a Burp Suite, and this is a browser that I'm using for this tool. Okay, over here the proxy settings are already mentioned and already done. So that time I'll save from my side. After that, you can just access the lab and you can simply start doing the practice and start doing the exploiting the vulnerability over here. Okay, and you can notice over here like we are having the HTTP history as well. Okay, over here we are just capturing many much histories that we are just checking out in our Chromes. Okay, so you can see over here we are having a many much request. Okay, so if you are just clicking on any request, so it will show you what is the request and what is the response that is coming from the server side. Okay, and now what you can do, you can just simply go with the repeater. If you wanted to check out, like if you wanted to check out the vulnerabilities, multiple vulnerabilities, and you wanted to keep the things on this particular request. So what you can do, you can just simply go with the repeater, send the request, and you can notice like we are having the response. So you can edit the request over here. If you wanted to check the vulnerability, if you wanted to check anything, so what you can do, you can just simply edit the request over here, and you can notice what is the response coming from the server side. That is the first extension that is the second extension that I showed you. Okay. So now suppose if you wanted to do the brute force, if you wanted to do the multiple times things on a particular request, so what you can do, you can just simply go with the intruder part as well. So on the in the intruder, which we are having the request, and you what you can do, you can just simply select any of. Suppose if I wanted to select on this YouTube part, okay. I'm just adding this particular YouTube, and what I can do, I can just simply select any of the list that I wanted to brute force, that I wanted to do the multiple times on this particular that I wanted to change multiple times on this particular word. Okay. So that is the thing that you can do the on the intruder extension. So we are having multiple extensions over here. Okay. Okay. And you have to do is it like for the assignment. Okay, so for solving the each of the lab, what you can do, you can just simply go with the Burpsuite tool, open the browser, and on that browser, you can just simply access the Burps portswigger.net website, and after that, you can just read out the article. After that, you can just simply solve the lab. So this is all about the assignment that you have to do. Okay, and like you have to go with all of the labs. Okay, if I'm just going with the academy, so you can notice over here like we are having the progress as well, right? What you are just going to do, okay, and what you have done right now. So all of the progress it is mentioned over here. So you can just go with that. And that's all for this video. Thank you. I hope you all like this video, and thank you.